UAW strikes gaining momentum this week with thousands of Stellantis and now GM workers hitting the picket line in the past 2 days. This morning, 5,000 workers at a GM plant in Arlington, Texas, walking off the job.
The plant is GM's largest. Workers there build big money makers like the Cadillac Escalade and GMC Yukon. News 10's Justin Kent here in studio tonight. Talk more about the cost of this long strike. Justin?
Yeah, local areas around the plants are missing business. However, the cost of the strike hits the big three automakers a little heavier. As for the total cost, we might have to wait several months after a deal is done before we see how much has actually been affected.
General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, they're all about money. You know, it's time to share. We took concessions back in 2007. Start giving our money back.
Mike Janik is one of the 5,000 employees that walked out of the GM plant in Arlington, Texas. He now joins the nearly 45,000 UAW members on strike. Eric Gordon, a University of Michigan business professor, said areas where people like Janik live will be the first ones burdened with economic loss.
And they're on strike pay, which is $500 a week. It's a lot less than they're used to having. So they're not going to restaurants as much. They're not buying clothing as much. So it's not just the workers, it's also their neighbors.
General Motors announced that they have lost around $800 million and are currently losing around $200 million a week because of the strike. Gordon says the cost of the big three will last long after a deal is made.
And if the strike ends tomorrow, the effects on the big three won't end. They're going to go forward with a new contract, a new cost structure that they're going to have to compete with. So we're going to see the effects of the strike and whatever settlement is reached for quite a long time, probably a decade.
General Motors said in a statement they are, quote, disappointed by the escalation of this unnecessary and irresponsible strike. It is harming our team members who are sacrificing their livelihoods and having negative ripple effects on our dealers, suppliers, and the communities that rely on us.
You got a lot of young generation in this plant, and us older people, we're out of here, in a couple years. These people need a future. And, with the inflation going up 20%, your paycheck's getting a lot smaller. So pay up.
Eric Gordon also said that people should expect to see a higher price for vehicles after a deal is made. He said the cost of new contracts would likely bump the price of trucks and cars for all three automakers. In studio, Justin Kent, News 10.
All right, Justin, thank you. According to the Anderson Economic Group, the UAW strike has cost the auto industry around $9.3 billion so far.
Breaking news.